Yes. Sorry to whoever's foot I kicked when I was coming up here. Yes,
You're
my
taking
foot.
food off places?
Oh my goodness. Hi, Las
Did
Vegas.
you just say sorry for whoever's food I took Las Vegas! I haven't given you fuckers my money for 4 years.
I said sorry for whose foot I kicked.
Oh, I thought you said sorry for whose food I took on the way up here. I was like, damn, Ben, they fed us.
It was a long walk up here. Wow, we are so excited to be doing our very first ever Vegas show. Yeah! Woo! Yeah, Vegas!
I forgot what it's like to be in a town where men can have no arm strength and still wear sleeveless shirts.
Yes.
Thank you for seeing me. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. What a rush to get off that airplane and walk into that airport and look up and see like a 4-story billboard for David Copperfield. And he's like, the icon, David Copperfield. And there's like a picture of him with like a dinosaur and like a blimp, and it's like, believe the impossible. What are you doing with that dinosaur and the blimp? It's like, the poor dinosaur is like, one moment I'm just like chasing around like a little animal, and next I'm on a blimp. What the fuck, dude?
I know, be thoughtful with your magic.
Yes, we want...
It's like kidnapping. That's like in the airport with all of the, watch out, human trafficking. What about the fucking dinosaur?
Yeah.
Who's watching out for him?
It's 2025. Magicians have to be more considerate about the extinct animals they resurrect and put onto aircraft.
One time I came here, I was like 20, and we had a family reunion here for my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary. And my cousin brought acid, and we tripped out. I will never forget it. We just tripped out the whole time looking at. I saw the white tigers in that hotel over there with all the moving carpet
On blimps, yeah.
And I told one of those tigers, I was like, "You're gonna kill a motherfucker one day." I'm sorry, that's dark. That's dark. But I just remember tripping out, being like, "Why are people hanging out with these tigers?" Because they even come right up to the glass and they're like, "I could fucking kill you, you fat fuck! Like, get over here. I'll eat your ass right now." Are they still there? Whatever happened to those tigers?
No. The tigers. Yeah. Listen, everyone in the audience
I'm not making
like,
a joke. I'm just asking. It's been a while.
Everyone in the audience is like, yeah, no, not the tigers.
Enough. That lady was like, no, enough.
No, we don't talk about the tigers anymore.
Yeah, I'm not making a joke about it. I was just curious, you know? It's like, you make a mistake. You make one mistake.
Yeah. Wow, we really picked a great weekend to be here. Electric Daisy Carnival, right? EDC.
Yes. I'm sorry for my ass crack, and the one husband is going to get the brunt of it the whole time. The EDM festival, I met 2 gays on the way here because I was talking about the Valley, and they're like, "Oh my God, do you watch the Valley?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah." And he's like, "Is it good? Should I watch it?" And I said, "Do you like watching toxic straight people ruin each other's lives?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah. How good is the Valley this season, by the way? It's so dark. It's so dark, but like, I don't know, like just when it comes Tuesday night and you get to sit there and it's like, Jesse, why did you do this to me?
How could you call me a hooker, Desi? That is disappointing. But it's the first time we've had like a hooker fight where a husband calls a wife the hooker and she's like, "No, I have got proof. You are a gay hooker." I was like, whoa!
Oh, I know this is very unprofessional because I left my phone on during the show, but I just got 3 texts from Jax. Sorry, guys. He says,
How could you do the show right now? And you know I'm going through stuff. It's crazy.
How could you do EDC without me? Oh. No, guys, Jax didn't text me. Sorry.
You might walk in through the show. He's done it before.
Yeah.
We did one show at South by Southwest, and we were right in the middle of what a fucker Jax is scene. You know, it's like, fuck Jax. I fucking hate Jax, that fucking cokehead loser. Nah, nah, nah. And Jax comes walking straight up there.
This is a true story. There's a photo.
Like, I heard you guys were talking about me. What do you want to say about it?
There's a photo of us sitting at this table and Jax standing over us, and the two of us are going like this. Huh?
Ben's going like this. And I'm going like this.
I am an unabashed starfucker. I don't care who walks in. If they're from Bravo, I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a big fan. Yanks, they're talking about you down there.
So today we have summer housing.
Oh my God.
Ben said it before I watched it, that this was an instant classic. This was an an excellent episode.
I was like, look, I literally turned into Bethany Frankel. I got so excited. I'm like, literally, it's like so good. It's so good. I watched it. I literally was like, this is a 10 out of town. Like from 10 out of town. It is a 10 out of town.
Get that 10 out of 10.
Get that 10 out of town.
Get that 10 out of 10.
No, it is a 10 out of 10. I watched it. I was like, from beginning to end, I was just like laughing. I loved every single second shred of it. I was so happy.
Classic. Lindsay.
Yeah.
Thank you so. I would like to give a toast to Carl for ruining my
Happy Freedom Day. I do have to say, I am very sad to have to report that we are on a little bit of a time crunch because I have a manicure in about an hour. So.
I believe that, though. Do you guys think he was really getting a blow? Who says they're getting a who says they're getting a manicure instead of a blowjob? That seems like a weird thing.
Men. Jax.
But like compulsive liars would come up with better lies than that, right? Yeah. Like I was getting a manicure. I believe him.
I believe it or not, I do believe him, but I also still think Lexi should have dumped him, you know? Because, like, schedule your manicures at a better time.
Yeah, but Lexi did that shit like The Bachelor. She waited till the last weekend.
So good.
And she did it right at the beginning, so she has 2 episodes to hate on him.
Yeah. She timed it perfectly. I was so proud of her. I was like, our little Lexi has gone from being like a empty plastic bag
to a TV veteran. I mean, she's a veteran.
A veteran.
I'm annoyed with her like she's been on TV for 10 years. I haven't told somebody to shut up that much since they've been on for like at least 5 seasons. I'm like, shut up! I don't believe you. You tried to turn me against Sierra on your Nick Vile interview. Don't fuck with me, Lexi. I'm on to you.
The best part about
I'll give the rest of these people time to catch up, but by the end of next season, you'll be like, remember when Ronnie told us Lexi was a dick? I'll be here.
Well, the best part about yelling at Lexi is that it's like 4 times as more impactful than anyone else, because you know when you yell at her, you're kind of yelling at like her sister, her mom, and her dad at the same time. It's a real 4-for-1 special.
You could just line them up all in the bed and say, clean your mouth, and you got every single one of them. The lip liner.
Lip liner.
We haven't seen enough of the dad to know if he lip lines
yet. He lip lines.
I'll bet he does.
My dad is so cool. He like lip lines in solidarity.
Yeah. Like my dad's a cheer grandpa. You know, my niece is in cheer. So, you know, the dads show up to cheer. Do any of you have kids in cheer? No. You liars. You fucking liars. I know you're all lying. You know it's your dad because I'll show up in the full pink spandex outfit with like a glitter headband, like, my kid's up there. That's my girl up there. And that's Lexi's dad. I'll bet he like has solidarity lip liner.
He's doing Thunderstruck. What's that thing? Do you guys watch that Dallas Cowboys cheerleader thing on Netflix?
Wait,
Remember?
What was that? Dallas cheerleader what?
On Netflix they had, well, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader show, which has been on for like 15 years, but it moved over to Netflix. And so you're watching like boot camp, and there are just these like 2 older ladies who are like, all right, girls, today it's Thunderstruck. You're gonna jump up in the air and land on your crotch. If you break your pelvis, that's on you.
Get a stronger pelvis, lazy little bitch.
It's an amazing show. Oh, is
that real?
Yes, you guys know, right? I'm not making this up. It is
all
amazing.
The non-cheer moms watching the cheer show, just innocently at home. Lying to me.
I mean, this woman, Victoria, just wait for Victoria. You'll just have a great time. Thank you to whoever said that. Thank you for backing me up. Okay, welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast about all that crap on Bravo we love to talk about.
All right.
Let me take. Hold on one second. I am. My notes are not up. I have the infatuation up for some reason. Looking
at
the
best restaurants in Pasadena.
Yes, Pasadena. Yeah. All right. Big lorry, little lorry. Big lorry, little lorry.
Watermelon cantaloupe. Watermelon cantaloupe. Previously on Summer House. Guys, I've got an announcement. I've got 100 million sperm
Yeah.
that Amanda doesn't want inside of her womb.
Aww.
On the bright side, I've impregnated a lot of socks.
I have an announcement too. I started a swim line for women with big boobs. Well, kind of big boobs, but like skinny women with like kind of big, basically me. I made bathing suits for me.
Have you seen her swimsuits? Someone on Reddit was like, I've got quadruple Qs. And that girl's swimsuits only go to a double D. I was like, Amanda just basically made her own size. And that's it. Which I kind of love for Amanda. She's like, I'm speaking out for all the women who are my size, my basic size. Hey, women, sperm is dope.
Jesse, I want to talk about our relationship.
Can it wait? I'm working on a Frank Sinatra R&B version of Papa, Can You Hear Me? So... Sierra said you were a terrorist who's trying to own my last nut, by the way.
Jesse, if you want this to work, you'll get in bed with me, my mom, my sister, my dad to talk about it.
Yeah, Jesse, come to bed.
Hey guys. I think Lindsay's thrown some jabs about my soft, non-funded brick-and-mortar business because she's pretty embarrassed. She has to make herself feel better by pretending there's not a market for $20 non-alc drinks with no demand.
But how's your sperm?
She's like smiling all the time. She's in a positive relationship. She's working more than ever and she's getting the baby she always wanted. I feel bad for her. I pray for her.
Girls, I don't think I can stay with Jesse.
5 minutes later.
Girls, I drove here with Jesse. I'm so in love with Jesse. It's all gonna work out.
Ew.
Yeah, we had a long talk, and I apologized for my lack of communication.
Oh, really? Is that all?
Well, I had to apologize to every single person in her family, so it took kind of a long time. I had to keep it short.
So you didn't apologize for being a two-faced, lying, jack-o'-lantern mouth fuckboy, wasting gaslighter with a singing voice like air being slowly squeezed from a balloon blowhole?
Ouch.
And scene.
Summer House and you never know how a season of Summer House is going to end up, but this one's ending up messy. And all the people saying Lindsay can't be here with a baby, fuck, she can't.
There's already a few in the house.
Hand that baby a martini and get its ass in here. That baby will learn to read faster than any other baby.
Let me tell you something. I was also one of those people that's like, well, she can't bring a baby into this house. But then at the top of the season, when Lexi and Bailey walked in, I was like, okay, there's some toddlers here.
It'll work.
So where we left off was on the beach where Sierra's just kind of like letting Jesse have it, which is my favorite pastime. And Jesse's trying to apologize. And my favorite thing with Jesse is that when he is like not smiling, his face turns into a trapezoid. And then he always looks like he's got sun in the eyes. He's always like squinting and like blinking a lot. He's like, well, why won't you accept my apology? I don't really understand what's going on over here. I'm like, there's no sun in your eyes.
He also keeps his teeth in the smiling position, but his whole face is frowning. He's
yeah. Frown lips with smile teeth is a weird combo.
It is. It's really weird. So it's like, it hurts when you call me a two-faced liar. Like, I'm just like not... What?
She's like, well, obviously we had like a friendship and I take my friendships very seriously and I don't call people my friends just to say that they're my friend. So like, whatever. I just want to make sure if you say you're my friend that it aligns and you're just not like a friend who aligns.
I kind of don't ever know what Sierra's saying in situations like this because she'll read you in like a paragraph but not really say much. She's just like, well, Yeah, because like sometimes I'll have a friend, but then like I don't call him a friend because like if you have a friend, but then you're like a while later, you know? And he's like, ouch, I just feel like you're mad at me. Really? What makes you think? This is Sierra. She's like,
I just kind of feel like you're mad at me right now. I just feel like, I don't know, Lexi was hearing a lot of things. I was just like trying to get myself out of trouble without getting into more trouble. And I don't know, are you still there? I can't really see with the glare of your disappointment.
and Amanda's like, how's Sierra? Does she look okay? Do you think she needs some guac or something? I could totally help her out. I just wish her boobs were bigger so I can help her with my gift.
So Jesse's like, what? Then he does like he clearly went onto the internet and downloaded like how to apologize. He's like, I made a joke that I shouldn't have, and I think I can communicate better and be an adult.
Stop with the communicating. I hate that word now. He keeps saying like, I'm sorry, I don't know how to communicate. You're a douchebag. Just say, I'm sorry for being such a fuckboy douchebag. That's what you need to say. I'm sorry I lie about you constantly. Say that. I don't know how to communicate. It's not your words, it's you. Fucking.
Sierra finally is like, I don't even care anymore. We can hug. So they hug, and then she's like, wait, are we allowed to hug? He's like, I think so. I think so, right? Tiffany's like,
Me first. But I like that she's like, of course we're allowed to hug. And then they cut to Lexi just innocently drinking, but they make it look like.
Yeah. It's hard to know where the beverage ends and the lip liner starts. So they hug, everything is fine.
She's drinking herself. She can't find the right hole. She's like.
Tiffany's like, I'll help. They're both like one bottle. They're both drinking from it. So everyone goes home. Everything's fine. Next morning, it's 8:30 in the morning. Lindsay texts Gabby, like, you up? And she's like, yeah. And they just get the hell out of there. Lindsay's like, I put in my time with Carl. I'm going back to the city. Thank you very much.
And then in Paige's room, Paige is like, I need to talk. And Amanda's like, really? You want to talk? Oh, you meant TikTok. Okay, you meant TikTok.
Ew, did you think I meant like talk to Craig or something like that? Disgusting.
Paige is going to open up about her. I don't have feelings. We go to West and Jesse's room, and he's like, yeah, I mean, I apologize to Sierra. It was heartfelt. I mean, I said communication. So West is like, I even got a boner from them. Communication.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
So then Jesse and Lexi are in bed. Sorry, I skipped ahead with the waking up early thing. There's important stuff to talk about
fucked
here.
everybody up. Look at them.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is happening in this show?
They're like, I could have sworn we were still on Saturday night.
Have a bagel yet?
So Jesse's in bed with Lexi, and he's like, well, I think my apology with Sierra was like really heartfelt and genuine, and just off the jump, and she just couldn't take it at first. And Lexi's like, oh, what did she say? And Tiffany's like, yeah, what did she say? What, you're in here too, Tiffany? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention my sister's here right now.
Her mom's like, Tiffany, you're interrupting again. Get back down here.
Quiet, Mom. Jesse's trying to have a moment before we have sex.
So Lexi tells us, I really want everyone to be friends in this house. Really, I do. And, if he still wants to be friends with Sierra, whatever, go for it. But I have questions. What are they? I want to know what they are.
What's
Tell
a
me.
Nissan Sentra? Oh, okay. I thought there would be more specific questions, but that's fine too.
Do they come in like years of 100? That's a century, Lexi. So everyone gets into bed, and Kyle and Amanda hear Jesse and Lexi talking, and Kyle's like, hey, I'm mumbling, what the hell's going on over there? Is anybody gonna celebrate my sperm? Yeah, right now.
150 million sperm going out right now. So now they do go to sleep, and now they do wake up. And the next day, it's Sunday. Lindsay and Gabby drive off to the city, and then everyone's pulling out of the driveway. And West is they're trying to coordinate something, and Sierra's kind of like, "Oh, are you guys gonna be driving forward or backwards?" And West is like, "Oh my God." She asked me if I'll be driving forward or backwards. That's a good sign.
Did you guys see the thing that was going around the internet? It was a shot that they actually aired, and he's rolling over in bed, but he put his boner up in his waistband.
Yeah.
And so it's just his boner, you know?
Yeah, it reminded me of when I had hamsters growing up.
Hamsters?
Well, if you've seen a hamster get a boner, you never forget it. They have a specific look.
Really? I had so many hamsters. I don't remember them having, but I remember their balls look like, or some part of them looks like a big butt, but it's like, is that their wiener?
It might be their butt.
Well, I don't know what it is. Did you really have hamsters?
Not only did I have a hamster, I had a hamster named Creamy. It really foreshadowed my career talking about these idiots on Summer House.
Well, that hamster was lucky it made it to an adult because those people eat their children. Me and my sister had hamsters, and they would have babies, and we would have like little showers for them. Like, oh my God, you're gonna have a baby, and then
baby shower.
We'd celebrate it and stuff, and then they would have the babies, and she would eat the babies.
Hamsters would make great Real Housewives.
I like that the one baby named Creamy made it to adult.
I know. Creamy.
Domino got eaten in its sleep.
Creamy.
Well, that would make sense too. It's a pizza. Damn it, I have a one-track mind.
Creamy's like 150 million sperm, guys. They don't call me Creamy for nothing.
No famine here.
Creamy's selling hamster lover boy. Lover hamster. I'll stop.
Sometimes things go to a place and I don't know how to stop.
I'll stop now.
How do we fix it? So I know how we do it. Let's celebrate medium-sized boobs. So Amanda is having a preview of her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come out with a moobs line. I should too. I'm gonna have like little tassels for moobs. This could be my town.
Yes.
I've been looking around the casino. These are my people.
Yes.
So, like anybody else's nipples right about here. It's like, yep, come over here. This is the low nipple table. It's the low nipple table.
Donny Osmond. So
Donny Osmond is here, actually.
I know, I'm saying he probably has low nipples.
Donnie's here.
You guys saw Donny Osmond? Oh,
Yes, I'll bet you did. Donny Osmond. Donny Osmond's still a snack. Okay, so Amanda's having a preview for her swim line that's not coming out till February. Best time for swimsuits to come out, by the way.
Yeah. She says that she's having a preview event for my swim line to celebrate the big business venture. And I was like, she's doing a venture about big business, my favorite movie. I was so excited.
Now there's a swim line. Swimsuits based on big business lines. Is the frog's ass watertight?
So she's like, this is a big step in my life, making bathing suits for women who have medium-sized boobs. And so she says the line's not launching, whatever, and she really wants people to see it so that way Paige doesn't say CEO and founder of what. She'll still say it though.
Yeah, she just laughs all by herself, and she's like, yeah. So then we see Jesse hugging Lexi's sister, Lexi's mother, Lexi's father, Lexi's sister again. And then we go to Paige and Lindsay talking, and Paige is like, wow, look at me, talking to you again. How's it going? How's your blood pressure? How's your heart rate?
Did they attach one of those chairs that goes up the staircase that we get to this rooftop bar?
Has Angela Lansbury solved a murder today, or have you not finished the episode? And Lindsay's like, oh my God, a Turner came over and built a baby gram. Paige is like, why? I'm having a baby. But why would you need a man that can build? Does he not have a TaskRabbit app? He's very handy. I'm like, girl, I can't do anything, girl. Girl wanted a soft grip. I said the baby's gonna fall out, girl.
It's not that I can't build a crib. It's just that I'm just writing an email coming up with bullet points about my plan for how I'm going to build that crib when it comes to it. But I'm just trying to figure things out before we get to that crib stage. So it's pretty
I've got
obvious.
a GoFundMe for $3.2 million. And when I raise that, I'm going to send the baby a hat and put a screw in the crib.
The thing is, the question is, does this crib come with a good guy clause?
Good guy clause.
Good guy clause.
Don't worry about my business contract. It's on to good guy clause.
It's a good guy clause.
All right, so West is checking in with Jesse, and Jesse's like, I'm great, you know? Like, I went through a rough time with Lexi, but I said communication a few times, so she banked me again, so I think it's all good. We're back together.
Yeah, Sierra, we hung out at the U.S. Open, just like remind her that she likes to be my friend and stuff like that. Took a few photos, tagged Lexi in it so she gets super gel, and, everything's going well.
And then we see a clip of Sierra at the U.S. Open being like, here we are, we don't know what the fuck this is, but we're here having fun anyway, right? Jesse's like, yeah, what the fuck's the U.S. Open?
I didn't know his smile could get even larger than it already does until I saw that U.S. Open photo. Like, did he just meet Andre Agassi or something? Why is he so... That smile's it's deranged at this point.
How about the U.S. close your mouth, Jesse? So he's all happy. And the minute they showed that clip, I was like, oh, no, they're in trouble. Because I don't care what Lexi has us all believing. Lexi was not going to be okay with this. We knew it. You know she has something else to do on a Monday night with Jesse and Tiffany and the mother. Well, it's not going to be okay. So we go to Lexi and talking to the girls, and Gabby's like, oh, what's the latest with you and Jesse? Do we need to beat him up, or is he doing well? Like, what's going on? And Tiffany's like, well, he did buy me and Mom tequila last week, so worked for me. That's right before we all watched a hooker get gangbanged at the box at 3 a.m. together. Well, I still can't get over that.
They went to the box.
The mom and the sister and the dad went with Jesse and Lexi to the box, like a sex club in New York. It's not a sex club, it's a sex performance club. I didn't know what it was last week, so I'm excited to talk about it.
It's very similar to the Donny Osmond show, I hear. Just ask Brittany Bateman.
That's the wrong Osmond.
Did she tackle you, by the way, when you showed up there? Was she like, out of my way, bitch, this Osmond's mine?
So then we go to Kyle, who can only make speeches when it's his own thing. Because when it's Amanda, he's like, hey, everybody. Amanda, I've always loved your boobs. And now the rest of the world can help ejaculate to them as well. I've got the most sperm here. Amanda, take it away. She's like, are you going to introduce me, Kyle?
Hi, everyone. I made a bathing suit. Thanks to my friends at South Moon Under, no relationship to Sewing Down Under, down south, whatever it's called. Bathing suits.
I've never been able to find a bathing suit that fit me, but now I can, because I made it. And I just hope that empowers women. Back to the drawing board, Amanda. All right, so it's Friday. But congratulations.
Yeah. I'm actually, by the way, I think that I'm really enjoying Amanda this season. I low-key think that she's having a really strong, like, not very intrusive, like, mental health storyline, and I just actually think it's really cool.
I think that's great wording, actually. A non-intrusive mental health
No,
storyline.
it's like, because I feel like with Carl, everything with Carl is like, hey guys, I went to Pinkberry today. I'm just taking it one step at a time. It just took a lot for me.
It was rough for
it's
me.
a lot. I had to call my mom. I was like, should I go to Pinkberry? And she said, you could do it, Carl. And I did it. And Amanda's here being like, yeah, I switched my meds.
I got frozen yogurt
Yeah.
today, so it was rough. It was
And
rough, guys.
I think Amanda's also like on a journey too, and she's just like, yeah, I'm just doing the work, and I'm switching up my meds, going to therapy, and like my life is better. I'm reprioritizing things, and I'm happier now. And I'm like, good for you, good for you.
Agreed. Amanda's like, I have glasses now. We're like, yes, Amanda.
Amanda did it.
But also, I like your phrasing of non-intrusive storyline because I feel like antidepressants are so good for us as people who need them, or they're good for us. They are so bad for television. They are so bad. I mean, they rank right up there with sobriety. They're just things like... There are things I support in real life, but not on television. Don't do it. And she's doing it in a fairly good way. She's like, I'm taking care of my mental health. I'm like, actually, that's working for you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I think that's a first on this channel.
So now it's Friday. It's time to go back out to the house. It's the last weekend. Woo! Last weekend. So everyone's driving, and Jesse and Wes are together, and they're like, "Yeah, let's like have like a big weekend." And they do this thing with their hands.
Weekend?
Yeah, boys' weekend. Yeah. You want to experiment a little bit? You want to touch my taint? Yeah, boys' weekend.
Hello, fellow children. Are we having a boys' weekend?
Aw.
You.
Boys' weekend, beast. Aw.
So Lindsay, Lexi, and Gabby are driving, and Lindsay's like, did you guys go out last night? Was it to a sex performance club? And Lexi's like, yeah, but like, I asked Jesse, I was like, one of my best friends is coming over, and we're just gonna like have some drinks with my family, of course. And so I was like, are you gonna come or not? And it was like 9 p.m., and he was like, no, I'm gonna get a manicure. And the girl's like,
And she's like, yeah, my initial instinct was just like not to trust him. And Lindsay's like, yeah, I don't think you could trust a man who's getting a manicure at 9 p.m. at night. I'm like, what? I'm sorry.
what's her boyfriend's name again? We just said it.
Tanner. Is it Tanner? Tanner?
What is it? We just said his fucking name.
I think his name is actually.
Tanner's at home still figuring out an orange. I would not trust any man getting a manicure at 9 at night. And Gabby's like, what? Like Gabby's ready to jump him. And Lexi's like, yeah, I just like don't trust anything that he says. So I'm like, you're so lying about this manicure. Like, if I can't believe him about a manicure, can I really be with him for more than 6 weeks?
Dun 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 dun. It feels like a Sex in the City moment, right? I couldn't help but wonder if I can't trust a man about his manicure, can I even bang him on reality TV anymore?
It's just such a funny thing to cause a breakup.
So
I couldn't believe you about your manicure. I'm just not sure about us.
guys, I'm so tired. I'm sick of teaching this man. Like, I had so much patience. It's just gotten to this point where I just don't trust him at all.
Well, if it helps, you've taught him nothing. You should probably just give up now. It's not working, you know?
Gabby's like, so, like, what's the plan? Do you think it's worth salvaging? I just need to know if we are all going to be gathering around you while you're breaking up with him later this afternoon, because I'm going to call in everyone, okay?
I just don't know how long this is going to last. He chose nails over my best friends, and my mom, and my sister, and the box. So then we go to the boys, and Jesse's like, I'm just, like, so excited to be with Lexi outside the house. It's just going to change everything. There won't be people to tell her what I'm lying about. So we'll have a longer time without fighting in the middle.
Yeah.
This fucking guy.
I just want to know if getting your toes sucked in the fall feels different than the summer.
Leave your digits alone for the rest of the season. Like, how many times are you going to bring your toes and your fingers into this season, you know?
Is it like pumpkin spice in the fall? Pumpkin spice toe?
So, that hurt. Lexi's like, you guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull him aside, and I'm going to be like, we need to talk.
Wow, girl. Wow, girl, you've come so far.
Gabby's like, get him.
So, anyway, now everyone's arriving, and Kyle walks into the house with a scythe, which I was like, if they do a fucking tie-in to Final Destination on this episode, I am so mad. I swear to God, I really thought it was going to be a corporate tie-in. I was like, if you somehow make Final Destination part of the storyline of Summer House, You actually are doing a great job.
Well, I think they're having like a Halloween and Christmas party. Sorry, Halloween and summer party, right?
Something like that.
They show the previews, and Lindsay is dressed as a handmaid from The Handmaid's Tale, which is perfect. That's so could you imagine getting assigned Lindsay as your handmaid? Oh my God. I mean, the people on that show get what they deserve, but oh my God. Switch out fucking June with Lindsay. I would love that. Because I love me some Handmaid's Tale, but I just watched the season before this one all in a row, like in 2 days, and that's a lot of rape and torture in 2 days. I was like, and it's a lot of June doing this. Like tears. They'll be like, June, the train is coming, and she's like, oh my God, that girl can shake her face for an hour a week, every week. Lindsay wouldn't. She'd be like, where is it then? Where is the train? Get the fuck off me, you long underwear motherfucker. You got a job? When was the last time someone had a baby for me?
I feel like Handmaid's Tale could be like what you named Jesse's lie about the manicure. So Jesse is arriving at the house. Because it's hand, and that's a tail. We do occasionally like to recap. I don't know, we're disaster. So Kyle shows up with a scythe, and he has a scythe. He's like, bro, I got a scythe. Guess who this is? And then Jesse goes, is it Amanda's? Yeah, Amanda Petula's walking around with a scythe. But he's
How
like,
could she should be. She's been married to Kyle for this long. Jesus Christ, give her some kind of a weapon.
but it turns out,
It's like making it all the way to the end of video game and never powering up enough to get at least a fly swatter. I mean, Jesus Christ.
But it turns out the scythe actually belongs to Imrul, who is returned to the show. And what I love about the fact that this is Imrul's is like he brought his own little arrow. You know, he'd just be like, he'd hold it there and be like, Imrul's friend. Just points.
Ding! So yeah, Emerald's there, and Kyle's like, this is Emerald's guy's scythe. And she's like, yeah, he came to our apartment because he was taking his bike, and like, he rang on our buzzer, but like, I didn't know he was gonna be there. So like, I opened the door, and he was just like standing there with it. I hit every bikini top I had in the apartment. So Emerald comes on his bike. He's like, yeah,
I'm Imrul.
and then I was reading a thread that said, wow, my God, Emerald was cut out of another episode of Summer House. And I was like, you guys, he was actually in this one.
He was there. He didn't say anything, but he was there.
Poor guy.
So Imrul arrives in this like, yeah, I'm a motorcycle, I'm cool, I'm a man, and in comes Carl in his like soft like ice cream truck, like, hey everyone, does anyone want some soft humor ice cream?
I love that he has a soft van. That's just so Carl.
It's like, hey, I'm launching Softbar, and it is going to be an actual location. Once I raise $1.2 million. I've raised about $7 so far, but it's going to happen. And we're doing mobile pop-ups to raise money. So this is like all I have in my life right now. I had this in frozen yogurt, but I ate that the other day. So it was a big step. So it's all I have. It's all I care about. I mean, it keeps me up at night. I really need to bring this to life.
Well,
I hope people get really, really into non-alc.
well, it doesn't keep me up all night. It doesn't keep me up that much because I'm still soft, if you know what I'm saying.
So it's like, hello, young people. I brought baked goods and sandwiches. They're all soft. So
Soft sandwiches. Soft, mindful sandwiches. There are functional sandwiches for people who might be pregnant or non-drinking. They are non-alcoholic sandwiches.
I cannot wait to have special events at Softbar where pregnant women speak.
Wasn't that what it was saying? They're like, what's this good for, Carl? Like pregnant ladies? It's like,
Yeah, I can't wait to have pregnant ladies come to Softbar.
So he brings
that
in...
was an interview. That was on Two Judgy Girls.
Yeah.
They were like, so Carl, what are you going to do at your bar other than have soft drinks? He's like,
We're going to have special events. Like people who don't drink. I'd love to have pregnant women there. Maybe speaking.
they were both like, It wasn't a video. I could just hear it, but I could hear. This is the noise I heard.
Hey, does anyone want to go see Beyonce tonight? Oh, no, sorry. There's a pregnant lady talking about how she avoided sushi and cold cuts for 9 months at Soft Bar. Gonna have to go for that instead. The pre-sale's just starting.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
So Messy Ass Amanda sees Carl come in with baked goods, and she's like, "Oh, guys, we should talk about it. Did anybody see Lindsay's Instagram post?"
He's like, well, I didn't see it because I'm not on Instagram, so I don't see Lindsay's post, but I was sent that.
So you saw it.
Oh, I didn't look at it though. But I was sent that.
And Jesse's
I felt it more than anything.
And
It was like audio Morse code. Audio Braille. It was audio Braille.
soft transmission.
I felt that.
Soft forward.
Soft transition. Ow.
Jesse's like, hey, you saw it. That means you weren't blocked. What a difference a year makes.
Lindsay's post chronicling her year was amazing. It was like, well, exactly 1 year ago today. And she's like holding toothpaste by her mouth, like, Colgate. I had the most distressing thing of all time happen to me when my dream man dumped me in the altar and left me all alone.
It was humiliating, but little did I realize it would lead to all the best things happening in my life. For example, the very next day, timeline bullet point 2, I went into CVS and my toothpaste was on sale.
I got a FabFitFun box in the mail, and it had a scarf and lipstick.
November 3rd, 2024, I went to the gym and I got the third best parking spot.
I am the new Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. It's like, what? I like steak now. No thanks, Carl. I never liked steak before Carl dumped me. It's like 10 pages of Lindsay. Like some of it's like real stuff she's accomplished. She's like, I booked commercials. I've been in 3 Oscar award-winning films.
Yeah.
I learned to drive a bicycle. It's like random shit.
She's like everything. It's like,
I went to Jersey Mike's and had a lovely sandwich in honor of my thing, which is sandwiches. And then I went to Jersey and I met someone named Mike. It was a great day.
I have not shaved one back this entire year. So it's good. And so Carl's like, what the fuck? It's a goddamn novel. What the fuck, Lindsay?
and then Wes.
Kyle's so wasted in the day that he's just blinking like.
And then West of all people goes, I mean, you'd think that I found that I'm pregnant in April would be enough, but there's 2 magazine covers. Says the guy who went to the New York Times twice to say he doesn't know where he stands with Sierra. I don't think so.
Why is being pregnant enough? I'd be more proud of the magazine covers. You can be proud of the baby the rest of its life.
Yeah.
Those magazine covers have dates on them.
So in the car, Lexi's like,
Oh my God, Lindsay, now that we're best friends, I just want to say that post was crazy that you did. You had so much engagement on it.
and she's like,
Yeah, I'd like to acknowledge that this was probably the most impactful day of my entire life that changed the course of the rest of my life forever, 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 and for never and ever and forever and forever.
Yeah, so I'm gonna host the dinner. I'm calling it the Freedom Dinner. Because it set me free, and now I can pursue everything I pursued this year, and all my dreams are coming true, and I don't even have to pay off this Kia because it was given to me for a SponCon. So suck my dick, girl. And Gabby's like, wow, so Lexi's coming for Jesse, you're coming for Carl. It's a hard weekend for penises in this house.
So meanwhile, back in the kitchen, Carl has something to say. He's like, well, I mean, if that's what you have to do to put your story out there, well, fine. I'm sorry, but where you put something out so much detail, it screams something else is inside you, something very deep and dark in your body that's having a really hard time to deal with what the actual fuck. It's Lindsay. She's always been like that. And you dumped her too. She's allowed to have a spiteful, passive-aggressive post.
He's like, yeah.
You dumped her.
He's like, there must be something really deep and dark within her body that makes her post on Instagram. I mean, it is dark, okay? And I think she's having a really hard time with the reality of what actually fucking happened.
No, she's not. Here's the reality. Some loser that she was propping up for years had the nerve to dump her ass. And now she's doing better than she was with said loser.
Yes,
That's it. She can post about that on Instagram all day.
that's right.
Why do I have to hear your sob fucking story every god day on
Yeah.
Instagram?
Carl-
I'd rather read hers.
Carl, who gives his timeline every single episode. Well, it's been like 4 days since I had a yogurt, and I'm just like taking it one step at a time.
I felt things. I felt things this week. Let me tell you. This was the first time I went out to a club and ordered water. It was really rough. It's been a rough time.
So Gabby, so they all come in and they're all hugging except Lindsay and Carl. Carl's like, oh.
Oh, I gotta use the bathroom.
This
real
is my
quick.
angry about Instagram look.
So then I love this moment. Oh my God, I love this little moment because West goes up to Lindsay. He's trying to make small talk and be nice. He's like, "Oh man, I just read your timeline post."
Yeah, you did. Were you going to say something about it or just say that you read it?
I saw it.
Yeah, any notes, any feedback, any thoughts?
Well, I didn't really see it.
So
Oh,
you...
wait, so you read it, but you didn't see him, but you saw, but you didn't read it. So how did you read it if you didn't see it? Like, did someone read it to you? Like, is it released on audiobook? Like, what the fuck was?
I wanted to acknowledge that it existed, but
What's your point? I don't really even know your point. Why don't you go bite your lip in a corner where somebody can pretend to understand you and keep your dick in your pants? This is a television show.
really hard for me right
Okay,
now.
whatever. A year from now, I'm gonna post. It has been a year since some douchebag in the kitchen said that he read my thing without seeing it.
If he thought he was going to acknowledge that she wrote that big ass thing and not be like, and I agreed full heartedly with what you said, you were sadly mistaken because she will destroy you.
Yeah. Oh, hey Ben, I heard your episode of Watch What Crappens the other day.
Oh, you did?
All right, good to see ya.
Yeah.
Just don't say anything.
Yeah, don't.
So Jesse's like, Jesse's offering to help with bags and,
So outside, Kyle, they're all
Yeah.
sitting there, and Wes is sitting there, and Kyle's like, "Hey, so I heard you asked Lindsay about that Instagram post."
Yeah, I mean, I went up to her and I was like, saw your post, and then she got mad at me because like I saw it but didn't read it, but then I read it but I didn't. What the fuck? Why does everybody hate me in this house?
And I love Kyle goes, "Dude, you can't just casually do that." It's like Wes said that he decided to try to tame a bear. I was like, dude, you gotta have training if you're gonna deal with Lindsay, Ben. It's a lot.
So in the inside, Amanda's like, well, I saw your post. I mean, I'm sorry. I read your book. And
that was
it's
funny.
That
That was
good
funny.
one. Okay,
That was a
thank
good
you.
yes
Well,
and.
take notes. Even Amanda can do it.
Yes, and...
So she's like, Lindsay, I thought we were done with timelines. She's like,
No, we still have passive-aggressive timelines. Those are allowed.
She's like, I'm sick of doing timelines for the future, and now I'm only doing timelines in the past.
so then Lindsay and Lexi are like, Lindsay's like,
How are you
Let's
feeling?
go back to a time before Carl had hair on his upper arms. 1997.
I'm not sure that time ever existed. I think he came out of the womb with hair on his arms.
so you know he did. So, hey, mama.
Hey, who didn't?
Wah, wah.
So Lindsay and Lexi are whispering in the kitchen, and they're talking. Lindsay's like, how are you feeling? Are you gonna rip Jesse a new asshole? Could you do it right now? I'm still awake. And she's like, I don't know, like when to do it, but like I'm gonna go up to him and I want to be like, I have feelings about things, and then I want to see what he says to that.
And outside, the guys are talking about lighting a fireplace, and Kyle's like, yeah, we got some wood. And Jesse goes, Lexi would. And even Emerald's like, okay, you sicko. Even Emerald's like, that's a bit too much. You need to pull it back a little bit. Hey everyone, this is the end of part 1 of this recap. For part 2, keep an eye on your podcast feed. It is coming up in just a moment. Thanks so much for listening. Catch you on the second half. Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King. It's always a party on Allison Block.
Our way is the Amber way.
It's the Foster and the Furious. It's Amanda Foster.
She can run my country. It's Angie McGovern.
It's always automatic with Ashley Otto. Put your hands together for Carly Clapp.
Get on the right foot with Chrissy Offit.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Etchels.
We never miss her call. It's Diane Call.
Erin McNicholas. She don't miss no trickolas.
Hava Nagila Weber.
You'll never hide from Heidi Eleanor Jones. I go, you go, we all go for Hugo. Jamie. She has no last namey.
She's our kind of mess. It's Jennifer Messer.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
Kristen the Piston Anderson.
Get a bee in your bonnet with Lacey B.
Rigging the funk, it's Leslie Plunkett.
She gets an A from us. It's Lindsay D.
Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino.
Fresh as a daisy, it's Maisie McKinnery. We love her on the rocks. It's Melissa Cox.
Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
This is Livin' with Michelle Vivian.
I love a ya, Olivia Williamson. Tastier than Flanderson, it's Rachel Manderson.
She sure is swell. It's Raquel.
Yes, we canna, it's Savannah.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman. Let's share with Sharon Eldridge. The Bay Area Betches. Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
She's VVIP, it's Amanda V. Can't lose when you're with Amy Baldwin.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Let's go into the woods with Guy Tubbs.
Who, what, why, where, and Gwen Pentland.
It's our queen, it's Queen Laifah.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall.
Know your worth with Jason Kurth.
Hail the Cork Master, the Master of the Cork, Jennifer Corcoran. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish. She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch. She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo.
She gets an A, it's Kelly B.
We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley. We're ride or die for Lisa Ryder Barron. She's a whiz, it's Liz Sarthy. Always killing it, it's Lola Alkalani.
The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
She eases our woes, it's Melissa St. Rose.
We're on the floor with Molly Dorset. There's a chance of meatballs, it's Rebecca Cloud.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke. Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
It's always a good time when you're wasting time with Bravo.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.